That summer, when he was 18, he had come back to see Sally Boggs at the dispensary at an hour when he knew she was locking up. He had thought it all out. It was his last night at the oil fields, and he knew he was returning to the city to leave all this behind. And it didn't matter what he did. He had come to her in the little examining room like a lion, taking her by surprise. There was no room to get past him. At 18, he had grown to his full height, and he was tough and lean as a Bedouin. She had gone down sprawling on the floor of the dispensary. No fighting or screaming, but still trying to match her strength against him. And he had clawed at her clothes until he had some room, and then he had simply driven himself into her and had continued to do so again and again. Until he could hear the slap of her buttocks on the tile floor from the force of it. Then she began to go, "Oh God, oh God," because he was pounding her to the fullest limit. This great goddess he was holding down under him, her glasses knocked off, her big breasts sticking out from her open uniform. But he had her, and he had done it to prove, he supposed, that she was just like any other woman. And being who he was, he could have her. But afterward, it was like nothing had happened at all. She got up while he was still lying there, trembling, and buttoned up her uniform, and putting on her glasses, said, "Beat it." That was all. For a moment, he allowed himself to drift back again to the recollection of what it had been like with her. Total strangers, they had come together on the bed in his room in a great hurry. He tried not to be in such a rush, but that was the way it was. And she had done nothing to hold him back. In fact, her fingers and mouth on his flesh had driven him to near frenzy. It was exciting to make love like that in a mysterious, quite impersonal manner. She was astonishingly tight, and he was, perhaps, more than she had counted on. "Oh, God! Oh, God!" she had cried, a little too loudly. And then, finally, she closed her eyes, and her body arched up at him, digging her feet into the bed, and he had let himself go with her. It was over almost before they had begun. They rolled across the bed and dropped off into the deep rug, still moving, finally subsiding slowly. I hope you enjoyed today's reading. Stay tuned, there might be more.